30-day prison sentence that is happening for Rashee Rice. There was a deferred probation for a certain amount of years, which we looked it up, where basically the deferred probation is a 5-year period where as long as you are good in your probation, the charge will kind of just be wiped from your record. But if in that 5-year deferred probation period you fail anything in your probation, you are then to serve your sentence that was to be given.
He did not know that he was going to be going to jail for 30 days here. If he did, there's no way that he would have had the knee surgery that he did last week.
You guys remember that movie 8 Mile? Came out, I think, in 2002. It was loosely based on Eminem's life in Detroit in the 1990s when he was coming up as a battle rapper. The lead song on the soundtrack, Lose Yourself. There's a line in the chorus where Eminem says, "You only get one shot, do not miss your chance to blow." Oftentimes, and this is especially true in the NFL for the vast majority of positions outside of quarterback, in most cases, teams are not willing to deal with constant problems from running backs and wide receivers because every April, there are dozens and dozens of fresh young recruits at those positions just waiting to be drafted. Hell, the Saints' best receiver in franchise history, Marcus Colston, he was drafted in the 7th round from Hofstra, a college program that no longer even exists. Running backs and receivers, they are easily replaced. Now, sure, some are harder to replace than others, but if you're a player at those positions, you don't have the same luxury that quarterbacks have. Sometimes you only get one chance, one opportunity. Last week, Andy Reid was all excited about Rashee Rice. He was going to be heavily featured this season in the Chiefs' offense. They were literally setting Rashee Rice up to get paid. He's going into a contract year. He's still on his rookie deal, which means Rashee Rice in NFL terms is still making minimum wage. But even with all his troubles, even with his injuries, his off-the-field issues, Andy Reid believed that Rashee Rice had finally grown up, and he was willing to give him this season to prove he was worthy of a second contract. He was worthy of receiving and earning generational wealth. And what does Rashee Rice do with this golden opportunity? He's spending the next 30 days in jail while trying to recover from surgery because he was smoking grass with his yard man instead of allowing him to cut it. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Link to the main channels in the description below. Instead of practicing with an NFL team this summer, Rashee Rice is now going to be competing in the Dallas County Penal League. He is currently serving the next month in jail because he couldn't stop smoking doobies. Uncle KC, that is absurd! Why are we putting innocent black man in jail for smoking weed? The weed is the symptom here. The weed is just the latest symptom of Rashee Rice and his poor judgment. Since last summer, Rashee Rice has been on probation for causing a 6-car pileup which injured 4 innocent people. To make matters worse, Rashee Rice fled the scene of the damn accident. Now, why would someone flee the scene of an accident? I wonder if it's because Rashee Rice was driving under the influence. Either way, he was placed on probation last summer. Now, like I told you guys the other day over on the main channel, Uncle KC spent most of his late teens, early 20s meeting monthly with a variety of probation officers. Hell, there were times when I was on probation in multiple cities at the same time. Now, it's been 20 years since I have been on probation, so I don't know if this is still how the process works, but back then, you were given a color and a phone number to call. You called every morning, and if your color was called, You had until the end of the day that day to get to court to see your probation officer so he could watch you pee in a cup. You knew you were getting drug tested. Rashee Rice knew if he failed a drug test, he would be cuddling up with rectal-obsessed Rufus and D-Block in the county jail. And somehow, even with advanced notice, even though he was told he would be tested, Rashee Rice still failed a drug test. This decision could end up costing Rashee Rice, at minimum, over $40 million. It could also cost Rashee Rice the $1.5, $1.6 million that he was set to make this season. Now, you got to remember, Roger Goodell already suspended him for 6 games, I believe it was last season, for a hit and run. I know the NFL no longer disciplines or suspends players for smoking blunts with the homies, but again, this is not about weed. This is about poor judgment. This is about defying authority. This is about a complete lack of maturity. Clearly, Rashee Rice needs accountability. If $40 million is not enough reason to get clean and stay clean, if 30 days in jail is not enough of a reason to get clean and stay clean, then what the hell is it going to take? This league is highly competitive. The margin of error is thin. Obviously, talent matters, but the real thing NFL teams are looking for in players is reliability. And we have 3 years of evidence proving that Rashee Rice is not reliable. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys later on the main channel.